past. Nola reveals that she was never on Earth. She was born on a spaceship, and her journey to this planet took 65 long years. Todd stares at her in disbelief and says, "But you don't look 65. Nola smiles softly, explaining, "That's because you don't understand how time works on ships." Then Todd admits something painful. His parents died years ago, killed by aliens, along with every woman in town. "You," he says quietly, "are the only girl on this planet." Nola is shocked, struggling to understand how such a thing could be true. Todd simply repeats, "It is." They continue north, crossing rivers, until the evening sky turns dark and flames appear in the distance. Proof that the mayor's men are still hunting them. Exhausted, they stop to build a small tent as rain begins to fall. In the shelter of the night, their conversation deepens. Nola speaks of her parents, her voice trembling with emotion. Todd listens, feeling closer to her than to anyone else before. In a moment of impulse, Todd leans in and kisses her. But before Nola can even process it, she sees his thoughts. She knew what he was planning before it happened. Todd pulls back instantly, his face burning with shame. Embarrassed, he rolls over and goes to sleep, leaving Nola quiet and thoughtful in the dark. By morning, Nola bends down to wake Todd, but before she says a word, she notices his noise flickering above his head. She sees his dream. He is dreaming about her. Embarrassed for him, she looks away just as Todd suddenly wakes. Realizing what she might have seen, he quickly shuts his thoughts off and changes the subject. They continue their journey until they come across a lake. Todd kneels down, thirsty, and begins to drink. But then something makes him freeze. Across the water, he spots a figure, an alien. His heart races. This is the same kind of creature that slaughtered the women of his town, the very one responsible for killing his mother. Terrified for Nola's safety, he hides her behind him. The alien notices them and charges forward. Todd grabs a weapon and fights back with all his strength. Fueled by rage, he pins the alien down and is about to kill him. But Nola rushes in, shouting for him to stop. She pleads with him to let it go, insisting that killing won't solve anything. Todd hesitates, furious inside, but in the end, he listens to her and flees with her into the forest. Still, the hatred burns in him. To Todd, the alien is not just an enemy, it is the murderer of his mother. After traveling for 2 long days, the two finally arrive at a settlement called Frankie. This place is larger than Todd's town, and what shocks him most is the sight of women. Yes, girls and women living openly here. For the first time, Todd realizes the horrible truth. The mayor had lied. Women were not wiped out. They were alive in other towns, far from his kingdom. The people of Frankie are cautious. They keep their distance, especially when they hear that Todd comes from the mayor's town. They do not trust his kingdom or its leaders. When Nola introduces herself and reveals where she came from, many of them are surprised and whisper among themselves, but they take her in and give her shelter. That night, Nola explains that her ship cannot simply arrive on its own. "I need to